Hello! So this week I am doing a review of my Mercier Silk Crème foundation, and I've had this for just over a month. I got it in end of December I think, or beginning of January. So I went and got this because I'd heard loads and loads of rave reviews about it and I really wanted to try it out because I've never tried out any Laura Mercier products, so I went and got this. First thing that I find is a lot different to other foundations that I've had before is the packaging of it. This is a really good packaging for if you travel a lot. It's not going to break like the glass bottles. Sometimes you worry if you're carrying them around in your handbag or if you like travel on planes and stuff. You'll be worried about them breaking, but this is just a simple plastic tube bottle with a little squeezy thing. I'm not sure if I like sort of the squeezing out idea of it, because sometimes I squeeze out a little bit too much. I prefer a pump, and then I can say like one pump will do my entire face, but with this you have to be very, very careful how much you use. Other than that, I quite like the packaging. I like the sort of robustness of it, and it's very easy to keep clean as well, which glass bottles aren't usually very easy to keep clean, but this, I've had it for a while, it's been rattling around in my makeup bags and it's perfectly clean. So packaging, I would say, is very, very good and very well designed. So yeah, one of the reasons why I say you have to be very careful about how much of this you use is because it is very, very pigmented. You need literally a teeny tiny amount. The way I usually do it is I will put a teeny amount on my cheek and then I'll buff it out, and I'll do that for my whole face, and then anywhere I need some more coverage I'll just do the same again. But with my other foundations, like I'll pump out and then I'll put it on, but you really have to be careful with this. A little does go a very, very long way. For me, I quite like a medium to full coverage because at the moment my skin's quite bad. With this I usually have to do 2 layers of it just for it to cover my whole entire face. As you can see, I've got it on at the moment and it's definitely, I've put two layers on and it's full coverage. If you just want a medium coverage, this is really good, and you only need a tiny amount and it'll give you a lovely even medium coverage. I do find it a little bit hard to blend. It dries quite quickly, so you have to work with it quite quickly. And it's quite a thick consistency, so it's not overly easy to work with. It's a little too thick for me, but apart from that it's perfectly fine. It does say that this is for all skin types. I would say I agree with that to some degree. I have noticed in areas where I have very dry patches, sort of if I've got a spot that's healing or anything like that, it will stick to it a little bit. So I would say if you have very dry skin or you have very like dry flaky patches, try and stay away from this or use a really good moisturizer and primer underneath it. But yeah, the sort of the finish of it is, it's not glowing and it's not matte. I would say it's closer to matte than it is a glow. It's not overly glowy and it's not completely matte, so that's the main thing. It's very long wearing. It doesn't tend to wear off in any places. I have combination skin, so in the oily areas sometimes my foundation will come off and I'll have to like powder. I've never had a problem with this. It's really good, lasts all day. My only really issue with it is that I would say for darker skin tones, like if you have darker skin tones or any darker than a really like a nice tan, you wouldn't be able to use this because they don't do any shades darker than, I think the darkest one is hazelnut beige, and that's like a really golden tan. But anything darker than that they don't do, which I think is a little strange because usually foundations usually have 1 or 2 that is quite dark that cater to darker skins, but these don't seem to have any. And that is really my only issue with it. I would definitely say they should work on releasing more shades of these. It is £33 and you can get it from, if you're in the UK, John Lewis, Space NK, Selfridges, they all do them. In America I think Sephora do them. It is expensive. You definitely pay for the longevity of it, the sheer coverage of it, and definitely the pigmentation. The pigmentation is the main thing that I would say about this, is fantastic. But it's not my favourite one. I wouldn't say it's my favourite foundation to use. Like I said, it's quite hard to use, it's quite thick, and just for me, I don't love this product. I think it's a very good product and it could be other people's like holy grail of foundations, but for me it's just not mine. I do like it, I wouldn't buy it again, but for now I really like this. So if you enjoyed this video, please remember to like and subscribe. I think they've swapped them around, so I'm not really sure where they are. But yeah, so I'll see you next week for another video. Also, if you are interested, check out my vlog video, which I will put up tomorrow, and I talk a bit about my weight loss story. I sort of give tips and stuff on what worked for me, what didn't work for me. It's not a medical style video, it's basically just what I did and the end results, so that's basically gonna be it, just a little story for you all. So yeah, that is everything, and I will see you in another video whenever that may be. So bye bye.